Huyu Yesu ni nani anayenipenda hivi? Huyu Yesu ni nani anayenipenda hivi? Sijampa chochote wala simjui, mbona ananipenda hivi? Sijamnyenyekea wala simwelewi, mbona ananipenda hivi? Huyu Yesu anishangaza. Huyu Yesu anishangaza. Huyu Yesu kwa nini alitoa maisha yake? Huyu Yesu kwa nini alinisamehe dhambi? Sikumpa chochote wala simjui, mbona alinipenda hivi? Sikumnyenyekea wala simwelewi, mbona alinipenda hivi? Huyu Yesu anishangaza. Huyu Yesu anishangaza. Huyu Yesu Huyu Yesu.
Asante sana. Tumeweza kusikia wimbo wa Wamboi Omondi ambaye ni huyu Yesu. Taweza kutuelezea zaidi huyu Yesu alimfanyia nini? Kwa sababu kila mtu ako na ushuhuda wake na kuna vile anasikia Mungu ameweza kufanya. Sasa hii ni Shabik Show na mimi ni wako Kinywa Ilatu na tuko na Wamboi Omondi. Nasikia ni jina yani huwezi tarajia ikuwe hivyo, lakini si atatuelezea ilitoka wapi na anaitwa hivyo kwa nini. Hii ni Shabik Show na hii ni Champions TV. Endelea kututumia ujumbe wako 0706100100. I'm your host Kinywa Wairatu. Karibu sana Wamboi.
Asante sana Kinywa.
Okay, salimia mtazamaji wetu.
Nawasalimia wote kwa jina la Yesu. Thank you for having me here at Shabik Show. It's my pleasure to be here to share my testimony. Yes.
Thank you. Our viewer, today our guest is Wambui Omondi. Continue sending your messages, 0706. We shall know her better because I believe she has a testimony and it will really encourage you. And as I told you earlier, you can be calling your friends. You call them and tell them to tune Champions TV. So Wambui, welcome. Thank you. Where did this name come from, Wambui Omondi?
Wambui Omondi of course, is my name.
Yes.
Omondi is my husband.
Okay.
We've been married for 7 years now.
7 years?
Yes, we actually just celebrated our 7th year anniversary on last week. Last 2 weeks on.
So people still celebrate the anniversary. They take a cake or...
Yes, we had to celebrate because for me this is actually a miracle that today I'm married and have a family.
And do you really think in the other marriages they celebrate?
Well, yes, I know a few who celebrate.
Okay.
Yes.
So we can tell people it is possible to celebrate.
Exactly. And it's good to celebrate God's goodness and God's blessings, because there are many who start this journey of marriage and they don't get even to 1 year. So for you to get to 7, it's worth celebrating. Yeah.
Wow, thank you. Welcome, Champions TV, and we are also happy to have you. Now you can tell us where you came from before.
Okay, I was born in Nairobi, born and raised in Nairobi, and of course went to school in Nairobi, then went to high school in Thika, then went to college in India, and stayed there for 4 years and returned back and of course got a job here in Nairobi.
Okay, India is well known for treatment. What did you go there to?
I went there to study BCom. And it's a long story because I've always had a dream to sing. Ever since I was a very small child, I knew that I was called to sing. And in my Facebook, my social media pages, I tell the story of how I knew, the day I knew that God had called me to sing. I was in primary school. So my going to India was something that was not really my desire. It was, of course, my parents have their own wishes for their children, and at that time nobody thought that you could actually earn a living singing. So they said when I was taken to India, it was really against my will. I wanted to just do music and go to music school. But I ended up in India, and the first song I've written, Huyu Yesu, is actually a testimony of what happened in India, because that is a story on its own.
Oh, okay. Can you just talk to some parents, because even now I know that there are parents who have decided to the courses their children will take. Can you talk to them so that they can give their children what they deserve? Yeah,
I think I tell parents out there to not to insist on their dreams on their children, because I think many times parents have this dream that they want, maybe they wanted to achieve it themselves, or they've seen this child and they're thinking this child should be a doctor or should be this. But sometimes God has a way of putting a desire in that child, or a gift and a dream in that child. And I think parents should take time to listen and take time to trust God, that this child is being led by God, especially if this child is a prayerful child, or you yourself as a parent are a prayerful parent. God will lead this child in the right direction. So it's good to trust God, trust what your child is desiring, trust the giftings that this child has, and let them do what they are being called to do.
Okay, because some parents failed, but they want their children to succeed on what they failed.
Yes.
So you can continue to tell us from India then.
Yeah, so what happened in India, I went when I was only 19 years old. And I went to India, as I told you, very disappointed and feeling down, wondering what is going to happen to my life? What is all this? So the first few days of my landing in India, there's this thing that I don't know what Kenyans call it, but we used to call it gold rush there. But then we didn't know what was happening. So we are invited as the newcomers from Nairobi to this house. And there is this CU lady who is welcoming us and hosting us in her house. So every day we keep seeing a group of men and women coming to welcome us. And as they come, they're talking to us, asking us, where are you from, and what's your name, and what do you like.
This is in the school, or it is outside the school?
It's outside the school, because students were living in their own houses outside of the university. So this particular day, all these people come again to welcome us. But as we are having the fellowship and, talking to them, there is this one man who walks in. And when he walks in, I notice that people are talking in whispers, why is this guy coming? And then later I realized this guy is a student leader. He's known in the university as one of the leaders.
And he was an Indian, or
everyone here is an African. Actually, everyone here is a Kenyan, welcoming their fellow Kenyans. So this man enters and gets everyone's attention. And then after a while, he actually now comes to me, sits with me, begins asking me questions. And before long, I realize, I think this guy is interested in me. And of course, at 19, I am blown away. I'm like, wow, this famous man is actually interested in me out of all these girls. So cut the long story short, he offers to help me with the registration, takes me around the university. I mean, the registration, we do it in a week, which is record time there, because India, things happen very slowly. And he knows Hindi, so he's conversing in Hindi and, talking to the Indians. So he's really a big help to me. And then after the registration, he takes me around India now, to hotels and restaurants and sites of India. Showing me just around India. And by this time, I'm over the moon. I'm happy. I'm being treated like a queen. And then now comes the time to get a house, and he offers to get me a house. So he gets me a house, and then now tells me, you know what, I am also moving out of the hostels where he was living, and I'll move to the room next to yours. And I'm like, okay, that sounds a bit strange, but okay, fine. So he moves to the room next to mine. And then one thing leads to the other, and before I know it, this man is not just living in the room next to mine, he's now insisting on living in my room. And here I am, I'm this innocent, the 19-year-old. I'm still wondering what exactly happened. Now people are talking about me. They are saying, oh, that innocent girl has been cheated by this guy, And now people are being sent to me, leaders of the CU, to talk to me and tell me, stop fornicating. I'm like, I'm not even fornicating, I'm not what you think I am. But now it goes all over the university that, you're fornicating, you're a fornicator, and there's so much condemnation. And I think that the church goes wrong there.
Okay, thank you, Alvia. Today we have a little testimony, and we want to take a short break, then we shall be right back. Don't stay away.